Hi, my name's Sarah. I've lost over £250 altogether. It took me 3 years to lose the weight and get to goal, and I've been maintaining now for 2 years. I started my weight loss journey in January 2015. I started with Slimming World, and then after 8 months, I lost 7 stone 6 altogether with Slimming World. After 8 months, I switched over to WW. I find WW fits in a lot better with my lifestyle. It was my own choice when I joined Slimming World to cut out all rubbish. So you can have treats on Slimming World. You can use your sins and use them on treats. But I personally chose to cut out all rubbish when I was doing Slimming World. I did that for 8 months, and when I joined WW, I then started to introduce the foods that I hadn't had for those 8 months. It was a personal decision to cut out all rubbish. I felt that I needed to do it because I needed to know that I could do that. I needed to know that I didn't need those foods and I could live without those foods. I now know that I don't need them, but that I can have them if I want them. I can have them in a small amount. I can have a treat. I can have a chocolate bar, and it's not going to mess up my diet plan. It's not going to mess up a day. It's not going to mess my week up because I've had it and I can point it and I'm in control of that. That's what the 8 months gave me. It gave me my control back over food, and that's what I needed. So I then joined WW after 8 months. So I lost 7 stone 6 with Slimming World, joined WW after 8 months, and I've lost 11 stone with WW. I am currently following the green plan. It's the old Smart Points plan, which is the plan that I did when I first joined Weight Watchers. I lost 9 stone 9 with that plan. It works fantastically with me. I weigh and measure everything. If you see what I eat in a day, I literally weigh everything. I like the control that it gives me, and it makes me lose weight, which is exactly what I need to do. A lot of people ask me how I stay motivated. With me, weight loss is about routine and habit. I needed to break my old routines and habits and learn new ones, which is what I've done. For me, it's not about being on a diet plan. It's about a lifestyle change. My life still revolves around food. I think about food a lot. I think about it all the time. I'm always thinking about what I'm going to have for dinner, what I'm having for tea. Today is VE day, so I have already pointed my day. I'm not a planner by any stretch of the imagination, and the reason that I decided to start my YouTube channel is the thing with social media is people have their pretty food. You see people with planners and they've planned their day. I don't do that. I can't do it. I've tried to plan and it doesn't work. I'll wake up tomorrow, I'll plan my week, and I'll wake up tomorrow and go, I don't want that to eat, I want something else. So I don't plan. I'm not a planner, and my food does not look pretty at all. If you see my weight in a day, it doesn't look pretty, and I've got quite frankly, I haven't got the time, I haven't got the inclination to sit there and make my food look pretty. I just want to eat it. That's it. So I thought I'd start my channel, and just to prove that you don't need to have your pretty food, you don't need to plan. My planning extends to having foods in the house that I know are low pointed and that I can make something out of. So I do have chicken breast in the fridge. I've got pork in the fridge because I do like a bit of pork, so I have that. I'll have bacon in the fridge. I've got low pointed bread products. I do prefer normal bread, but I do have them just in case I want them. I've got those in the freezer. That's my planning. My planning is making sure I've got tins of tuna in and a bit of pasta and lighter than light mayonnaise. So I've always got a meal that I can have that's going to be under 10 points. When I get up in the morning, I never know what I'm going to eat. I've changed my mind about 4 times in a day sometimes, but what I'll do is I'll get up and go, right, this is what I'm going to have for breakfast, or this is what I'll have for my morning snack. I'm not really a breakfasty person, so I tend to have a bit of fruit and yoghurt. But then what I'll do is I'll go, right, as long as I save myself 10 points for my evening meal, it's golden. I'll have whatever I want for lunch. Or if I know exactly what I'm going to have, I'll maybe use a few more points for my tea and know that I'm going to use them and go, right, I've only got 6 points left for lunch. What can I have? Oh, I'll have a salad. I'll have a chicken salad. That's how my extent of my planning is. So you don't need to plan. If you're not a planner, and you get to the mid-morning and you're going, oh right, I don't want that, or you don't have to. As long as you've got lowish point stuff in the couple of chicken breasts in the freezer is more than enough. A tin of tuna in the cupboard. That's literally my extent of planning. I'm terrible, but it's worked. I've lost over £250, and that's literally how I've done it. I've never planned. I can't do it. Couldn't plan if you saved my life. I couldn't plan anything. So that's the reason that I decided to start my channel in the first place. Like I was saying, where motivation concerned, it's about getting into those habits. So I know that I've got 30 points a day. So I know that I see it as money. So once I've spent it, I can't spend any more. So I'm going to keep as much of it as I can, just in case I need something in the evening. So I normally, I use all of my weeklies. I've always used all of my weeklies. That's another reason why the plan has worked for me and why I've lost my weight, because I've always used my weeklies. I see the difference to me is it's a lifestyle change at the moment. If I just stuck to my dailies, that would be a diet and I would have failed miserably very, very quickly. So as far as I'm concerned, that's what those weeklies make this. They make this a lifestyle change. It's one my coach said to a group, as in a group once, if you don't use your weeklies, you may lose an extra £0.5 a week, but you may struggle more. And that's exactly as I see it. I know that I would struggle if I didn't use my weeklies. I would really struggle and I would have failed miserably. That's why I always use them. I never feel deprived. And like I said, if I know that I've got something on, so today is VE day, I've planned to have some sandwiches and I've planned to have a scone. I've already inputted that into my app. I know I'm not a planner, but I know specifically today I want a scone and I'm going to use some yogurt and I'm going to use some jam, and that's going to be my afternoon tea. So I know I'm going to have that, so I've specifically put that in the app. It's the same if I'm going out for a meal or having a takeaway. If I know I'm going to do it, I will specifically put that into the app. That's the only time I've ever planned. Then again, I spend a lot of time on restaurant websites and takeaway websites just to see what they've got. But yeah, so that's the extent of my planning. So I always make sure that I never spend more points than I've got. I track every single day, unless I'm having a day off, and then I just don't bother. I've never bothered to track on a day off because, quite frankly, I don't see the point. If I'm having a day off, I'm having a day off. I hate seeing negatives on my app, so I don't plan. I don't track. I then get back on it the next day and just start again. That's what I do. It works for me. I acknowledge that I've eaten those foods, and I refuse to feel guilty for eating those foods because it just leads to bad cycles with food, and I just get back on it the next day. That's all you can do, and that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me motivated. My routines, my habits, I'm honest with my tracking. I didn't exercise when I was losing weight at all. I only started exercising when I got to goal. I normally swim daily. Obviously at the moment I can't do that, so I've switched to yoga. I do yoga with Adriene on YouTube. I'm finding it really, really helpful. It's building strength, it's building my core. I'm really enjoying it. I highly recommend it. So I do that daily now, but I just incorporate what it is into my routine. I didn't change everything at once. I focused on diet first, got to go, then started focusing on exercise. So it's literally I track daily, I exercise daily, and I make sure I drink at least a litre and a half, 2 litres of water a day. I've always done that since the very start of my journey. So it's literally, I just tick all of my boxes every day. I exercise, I drink plenty of water, and I just make sure I track. But I use my weeklies, I never deprive myself, and I feel that that's the key to success when you're on any lifestyle change. It's about making sure that you get into those good routines and habits, and it works. WW works, Slimming World work, they all work, but it's just about getting into those good habits and routines, and it does get a lot easier then. I do promise you it does get easier, but it just takes a little while to get into those habits and routines. Take care and stay safe. Thank you for watching. See you later. Goodbye.